Hey, this is my Rails and JavaScript assessment. So, I'm going to demo a little bit of my project here.
Was that still taking classes?
Okay, so we've got, this is the website. It's basically meant for musicians to share their instruments.
For sure.
So,
No, wait, no,
I'm going to log in with my fake username.
Sorry. I don't know why I was saying that. I finished May 2016. I mean, definitely not 13.
Cool. So now I am on the user page, and here is the feature that I implemented for the index of the patches, and this is using Ajax, so I can kind of scroll in them. And of course, these aren't real patches; they're just kind of fake ones that I seeded from the Rakes DB seed thing. User profiles. Okay, so now if we look at a patch here, you can see Ajax has loaded the comments down here pretty much. And you can easily add another one here. Cool. And gives you your username and all that kind of stuff. So talk about how I added those features here for a second.
By that, I don't mean that we were.
Do you mind watching this for a second?
Yeah. So what we have here is well, let's take a look at the views here for a second. And most of the stuff I implemented was in the views. And here's my JavaScript in these two partials. And let's take a look at the show page here for a second. So this is the patches show page, and I have the partial rendered down here, show.js. So this is basically what's going on. So on the document load, document ready function, here I'm making basically just a container for a JavaScript object, and I'm adding, once it's created, it's added into the comments array, like that. So, and then here are my two Ajax calls. This one creates the new comment, and then this one loads on page load all the previous comments. So, I guess let's talk about the loading the comments here, basically. So, whoops. So what I'm doing is I'm gonna send a GET request to the same page, and in JavaScript this just loads the path name of the URL that we're at, and I'm requesting some JSON. And I'm done with the function. We have a response here, and so I'm going to erase the comments ID div, and then take the response comments and reverse them so that they come in the right order. And then for each one of them, I'm making a comment object, and then I'm appending the comments div and creating a div with the correct attributes here, basically. So that is calling this function here, the create div function. Okay, so if a person wants to add a new comment, we have this Ajax call here. So what we do here basically is we're calling the new comment thing, and then we're submitting function. So we're grabbing whatever's inside of the new comment form pretty much, and then just making that function. Actually, here you can see I've kind of allowed for some hijacking of that because the action here is just a star, and I've added some other data attributes here: the user ID, patch ID, and the username of the current username.
Yes, I talked to Wes quite often.
So it's going to grab all that stuff when it does that. And then it makes a new comment with all the correct attributes. Then gets the authenticity token for Rails, basically, right there. And then also makes a JSON object out of the new. So that's my little make JSON method there, pretty much. And then comes the Ajax request, and I'm requesting a post request. So I'm going to write data and URL comments. This is the JSON object of the comment I just created. And the setting the authenticity token and the JSON type, basically. Also, I guess I guess back here, yeah, this is when we send the JSON object, basically with the Ajax request. This is how it creates its particular comment for each patch, and that's how we kind of associate the comment with the patch and the comment with the user. Let's go back to what was it? So yeah, when it's done, the response that we got from the comments controller is going to we're going to prepend the comment, so put it at the top, and create a div just like we did before with the correct information here. And this is I'm not sure what this is actually here.
But that's a bit challenging.
Oh yeah, this is just clearing out the form after we're done. That's what that is doing. Okay, so let's look at the index now. So the index, I guess I could get rid of this. This was the old way I was loading it, basically. But the new way I'm loading all the patches is this way, the partial index.js. Pretty much this is what we got here. So let's take a look at it for a second. So we have, right before the page loads, we want to empty everything, pretty much. Just doing that to be safe so there's no flickering on the screen. And then we have patches array and p start and p end. It's like a container of how many comments we're displaying at one time. Here's the patches object, and we have just create li. So Ajax is basically, so this is right on the beginning to load which ones that we need, pretty much. So we're loading all the patches all at one time, pretty much. And we're gonna all load them into the patches array like this. Hopefully that's what we're doing. So we take a get request and the same URL that we're on. want JSON. And basically what we're going to do is for each one we're going to make a new patch, and that just gets loaded into the patches array. We're going to erase the patches UL, and then for each one we're going to slice, and so we're not going to take the original thing, we're going to actually make a copy of just the 0 through 5th one, pretty much. And then we're going to append those and create the outline table. Okay, so then when someone clicks next, previous, we're basically going to kind of empty the UL and then increment the counters for the slice part. Pick which ones that we need pretty much, and we're just going to append each one. So we're doing the same thing here, just this is decrement, subtracting, and this one's adding. And these are the boundaries here so that we can't go past what we don't have. Okay. I think that's it. Thanks.